All right, Bjorn's got some stuff to show us here in a second, but before he does that, I just want to play this really quick video. I think you guys will enjoy it. Here for anybody that missed it.
What happened there?
There was a garter snake that like went flying across and scared the crap out of me.
What? As soon as I was like, we're playing.
There was a time that happened with it was a bigger snake the last time though, and it I wish it would have videotaped me then because it scared the piss out of me. This time it just startled me, and like I saw what it was, and it's like, it's just a little stripy snake, but I don't know, it just went. I was just like, Judas Priest.
All right, now that that's over.
Okay, well, my name is Bjorn. My pronouns are here. Potato. I'm commenting on your last video that I saw come out on YouTube, so the one that I was not here for. With Camel Ass Harris.
Oh, well, you didn't tell us what clothes you were wearing. So.
Oh, I forgot that part. Damn it, I'm wearing a blue shirt.
She was wearing a blue dress. It's so weird that you guys have the same pronouns too.
I know, right? No, I guess I wanted to comment on that a little bit because I was thinking about it, like how you're supposed to like accommodate these people in their pronouns, but like, what is the point? Because when do you use pronouns like he and him or her? It's when people aren't around or when you're talking about them. Like normally you say things like, Dane, you went to the store, or like, Luke, we want to have a party. Like you probably don't use the pronouns as much as they want to, try to make it seem like. So
I don't think it would be out of the realm to suggest that the people who are all up in arms about like using pronouns and what are your pronouns, I bet that 95% of those people don't even know what a pronoun fucking is.
Probably, that's a fair point. My other thought about that, like right now you're supposed to I don't know, be able to choose whatever your pronouns are, but like at what point does it flip the other way, where before it was just common sense, or quote unquote common sense, a boy is him and he, girl is she and her, but like do you think it'll ever get to the point where like you don't get to choose and you're assigned like freaking weird pronouns? Or like where does the madness stop? Or like what if my pronoun is kapachabita bala bala, like are you supposed to remember that?
Yeah, I think it'll come full circle if it keeps going that way, where yeah, for sure, 100%, like people that are pushing that stuff, like they're gonna start to like be like, oh no, you can't do that. It's already happening now. Like you just said, like people, like if you would have said that's your pronoun, they would be like, no, it's not.
Yeah, like who gets to decide that?
Yep.
If you ridicule the people that push that stuff and like really try to make it stupid, like are they going to push back and be like, that's not your pronoun? Or are there rules? Can you have the pronoun he and her? Like, can you, like, that doesn't make sense either.
None of it makes any sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
I will never call somebody a they or them. Like, I'm not calling a single person they. I'm just not doing it.
A single person, yeah.
Because people have pronouns that are they and them, apparently, but that's just fucking stupid. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. And I think I've already said that like I'm too old to play that game too. Like I don't understand it at all. Like, and I'm not gonna even attempt to try to understand it.
And I guess the reason I brought it up was to kind of push it into the truth and reality and who decides what those things are. Are you guys familiar with Plato's Allegory of the Cave?
No.
No. Okay, this will be great then. Do you guys mind watching a little bit longer video than the one that you just played?
Sure.
It's like 2 minutes long. Is that too long?
No, that's fine.
Okay, because it'll explain the idea of the cave. I've watched several videos of it, of different. Oh,
Thank you very much. Well, that explains. Oh god.
so
Oh, man. Yeah, I was looking for the I was trying to find that video that's like it's a guy who like lives in Africa, I'm assuming that's where he is, and he says his name and it's so long, and I thought Bjorn had sent it to me, so I was looking through all the stuff
No sus.
yeah. And
No, say your name. Say your name to me. Yeah.
All right, you can share your screen now, Bjorn.
Okay. So the Plato's
Thank
Allegory of the Cave is kind of a philosophical exercise. It's from one of his books. Old thought experiment or whatever. Start broadcast. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let me know if you can hear it.
Imagine prisoners that have spent their entire lives chained deep inside a cave. They have been chained so that they cannot see behind themselves, and they are forced to stare endlessly at the cave wall in front of them. Behind them, a fire is burning, and between the prisoners and the fire is a raised walkway. Now imagine that each day, a menagerie of objects crosses the walkway. Animals, and people carrying their wares to market.
The fucking camel walks like
Their shapes
shit.
create an intricate shadow play on the wall in front of the prisoners. This is the only world that the prisoners have ever known. The shadows and the echoes of unseen objects. Now, imagine that a prisoner is released. After some time adjusting to the blinding light, the freed prisoner will begin to experience the world outside of the cave for the very first time. And it is like nothing he could have ever imagined. With his new perception of the world, the man will of course want to return to his friends to share his incredible discoveries. But the prisoners cannot recognize their old friend. He appears as all things do. His voice is a distorted echo, and his body is a grotesque shadow. They cannot understand his fantastic stories of the world outside of the cave. To them, it will never exist. This, of course, does not make the world outside of the cave any less real.
Okay, so let's see if I can get back to here. God dang it. Okay, so I guess the whole idea behind it is, and like each video I saw was a little bit different. What is this? I'm not screen. Why am I so dumb on this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just stop touching
It's probably different because I'm on my phone compared to like a computer. But so the people that were walking by with like the animals and stuff, it's a little bit different versions than some of the other ones. They have talked about where there's people behind a wall and they're holding up like puppets or like statues of shapes of trees and animals and things like that. And some of them are talking. And the idea is that the prisoners have been there since they were infants, and they can't turn around. They are locked into looking this way. So all they can see is the shadows, and that is their reality. And so the people that have the puppets and whatever, it's weird because I'm getting mixed up in my thinking. The shadow isn't even the shadow of like a real tree or a real, I guess the camel was a real one, but they talk about like the silhouettes of the statue. So it's like different layers of false or truth. Like the person, and then they see an actual tree out in the world. I don't know. My brain just got twisted up there.
Well, are you talking about like kind of like the concept of when, for example, like I always think about some of the first accounts when the peoples of South America or the Caribbean like saw ships on the horizon. Like they didn't even know what they were looking at. Like they thought they were like, there's a mountain that's moving on the ocean. They thought it was a mountain, and that's how they described it. Like they just couldn't understand or comprehend what was going on at that moment because they've just never seen it before. So is it kind of in that same vein, or
that's more just their perception? Whereas this, I think Plato's meaning behind it was education and the learning, like becoming revealing the actual truth, because the idea of who is casting these shadows, like they hold the power to what your truth is. And they talk about the pain of like the prisoner was like forcibly removed. Like the prisoner didn't even want to leave. Like he wanted to stay there and look at the shadows and see what he understood. And when he was taken out into the sunlight, it was painful because the sun was so bright that, you know, it took him a while to adjust to it. And then he saw the different trees and animals and sights and smells and things that he had never experienced before. So then he goes back to the other prisoners and tries to explain it to them. And suddenly he can't see the shadows as well because his eyes are adjusted to the light. So now he's in the dark. And he tries to interact with these prisoners that are so used to looking at the shadows that he can't interact with them the way that he used to. So then they make fun of him for his perceptions. And then it actually turns to be violent, where if he tried to get them to join his understanding of the world, that they would kill him before going through that pain of actualization.
I think I've heard a different story of the same story.
Yeah, like I said, there's a few versions of it where I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept where I think you could interpret different ways.
The one that I heard, they were just slaves down in the cave, and then one escaped, and then he saw the truth or the new life or actual life, you know. So he went back in the cave and tried to grab people and carry them back out, but nobody would listen to him because that's all they knew. So I guess you could kind of interpret to just kind of like the people who see the truth or are searching for truth, trying to get other people to wake up in whatever sense you want to think of that. And people are just like, oh no, you're an idiot, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're this or that, and this is truth, when they they don't know anything actually. They just listen to what other people tell them and turn around and that's their truth. But in reality, there's all this other information that they're just blocking out.
This is the picture that kind of made me think of. It says the memes at the top, but like I watched the video first, but I think like looking at who is casting the shadows, like really like the wall is the TV, and we're those people that are sitting down here, you know, staring at the TV day after day, and these are the guys that are feeding us the quote unquote truth, you know.
I love how MTV is thrown in there.
Well,
It was something that I'd seen, and actually up towards the top, oh yeah, you see Pepe the Frog.
Yeah.
good old Pepe. That's awesome. Well, you could also kind of take that away too, and like if you've been at a job for a while, right? Like you start at the bottom, prisoner per se. You work your way up, and as you work your way up, you get exposed to different ideas. You get some insight into the way things are run a little bit more, and the people that you started with, like if you left them to go and move up into like a higher position or whatever, and you go back to like relay some of the stuff that's going on, that's kind of like they might be looking at you like that shadow person, like they don't really understand yet, but you're like trying to talk to them.
They don't see the big picture or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So there's some I guess
What are you saying?
to apply it. Yeah, there's some way to apply that. Yeah, I know. I've been up a long time. And
Luke tries to relay this to what he's going through at work, and he's like higher than a bunch of people, and he's like, why won't these fucking idiots just understand that I'm trying to show them the truth and I know what's going on and they don't. Luke, what do I do?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm trying to relay.
It kind of made me think of like Matrix too, like, you know, like not the movie Matrix 2, but like the movie The Matrix also. I'm tired.
Red pill.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you come out of your existence, and was it Cyrus, or I can't remember the name of the guy that wanted to go back in. Like he became violent because he wanted to deny the truth and live his own reality. So that's whenever, you know, you get the pronouns or the subjective truths, or, you know, who's deciding what the truth is. It's really strange to look into it further to see, you know, the real world when you're sitting there, you know, staring at the TV screen, the computer screen all day long.
You guys got any more on that?
No, I tried to put together a better thought process on that, but it got a little mangled.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, mine did too, but I'm glad that Dane picked up on what I was trying to say there.
So we'll end it with this.
My name is Emmanuel, means God is with us.
Can you guys hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, stupid ads.
YouTube.
What is this?
Don't do they clean this place. My mates don't even come out safe. They wait for motor. When motor them come carry everything come out.
Wow, that's good. So where are you from?
Where are you from?
Yes.
I'm from Edo State.
Edo State. Okay, interesting. So what is your name?
My name?
Yes, your name.
My name is Ovuvuen Osas.
Pardon? Come again.
Ovuvue vuenvue onye tue nwenvue ugbemugwem osas.
I mean, what is your name? Your name. Afagi.
Now my name I call for you now.
Call it again.
Ovuvue vuenvue onye tue nwenvue ugbemugwem osas.
Spell them.
I don't feel spell am.
That be your name. I know if you spell them.
If you not say we no go school now. If you feel help me spell am.
Okay,
No
okay.
wahala.
Come again, my help you spell them.
Ovuvue vuenvue onye tue nwenvue ugbemugwem osas.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Kindergarten must have been a bitch for him.
Can you imagine his parents try to yell at him when he's in trouble?
I just yell. I just yell. I wouldn't even try to say his name.
Dude, poor guy, man. Do you see him getting so frustrated? Yeah, I understand you're asking me what my name is. And I've told you 3 times now. This is my name.
And he asked him to spell it. And he's just like, what?
All 3 of our names put together are easier than his.
True.
I had a conversation, like there was a call that I was on today, and when I got in there, I heard people like debating on how they could like say my name. I don't think they knew I was in the call yet. And I was like corrected them and stuff. And
Your last
funny
name
thing,
or what?
my last name. And the funny thing is like they they didn't have any names that were much better than mine either. So I was like, I don't know how to say your first name. My first name's easy, but I don't know. It's funny.
Everybody always gets my name wrong. Tornez, Dan, Dave.
Dan. You get Dan?
Yeah. You know, like, oh, hey, what's your name for the order? Like Dave, Dan, whatever. I'm just like, I've just started going, yep, that's it. That's my name.
I'm sure Bjorn gets all kinds. Bjorn.
Dion, Jordan.
Dion.
Yeah.
No way. You've never
Yeah,
gotten Dion.
Thor.
Bajor.
Yeah, like I too am just like, yeah, whatever. And whenever I answer the phone, I never say my name, because then that turns into like a 3-minute conversation.
One of the best moments that I've had over my name was like in infantry school. They'd call out your name for mail or whatever, you know, and the guy's like Tornez. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I kind of think he's talking about me, you know, but I'll just wait. And nobody ever said anything again. He's like, Tornez. And I was like, me. And he looked at me and he's like, you're fucking white? And just threw my mail at me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember when I forgot your name?
Oh, dude. Yeah. How could I forget that? Luke apologized to me for like 5 minutes. And finally I was like, what, dude? What do you want to tell me? Like, I forgot your name. And this wasn't like the second or third time I've known him. At this point, I probably knew him for a year, maybe 2. We were at a house party at Big Blue. Or I don't know if it was Big Blue. I forget.
I think it was Big Blue, because I feel
Did you
like
live in 2 houses that were blue?
The theme, yeah, you weren't around for that.
Yeah. Well, actually, the first time I got drunk was at your first house.
No.
Yeah. The theme house, whatever. Is that what you called it?
Yeah, I don't think so. The one that was across the street from the church?
I don't remember what it was across the street from, but I
It was
remember
like-
being.
It was kitty corner from Luke's apartment. It was a body's throw away from Luke's apartment.
Maybe. I don't remember where it was, but it wasn't the place that we actually were at all the time. But I wasn't in college yet. I was just there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care if you remember it. I was there and I remember it. So,
Yeah, you weren't in college yet when that happened, I don't think.
yeah, no. So
And
yeah, it makes me wonder how young I was when you were giving me beer at your college parties.
Well, I think you were 21 for anybody that's listening. Like
you
Dad,
were, I sure wasn't.
you were 21.
Nah. Dad listens to this.
I remember when you I remember that fuck. You told me the story about it the next day and I was so embarrassed that
It was the same day that you came up to Dustin with something in your hand, and it was like a hedgehog statue, and you just got really close to his face with this thing in your hand, and you like presented him this hedgehog, and you didn't say anything. And what's hilarious is when you forgot my name to like get out of that situation, because we were standing right in the doorway of the kitchen. And everybody was kind of circled around Dustin, which doesn't really make sense, but that's what was happening. And you just look at me and you're like, should I tackle Dustin? I was like, yes. And then you jumped and tackled him in the kitchen.
oh gosh, that's so fun, man. Ouch. That's all I can think right now is ouch. That would hurt to tackle somebody in a kitchen right now.
Right. It was so funny. Now that I'm thinking back on it, I think you just did that to get out of the situation you put yourself in.
Okay.
For future use.
For future use, if you're ever in an embarrassing situation, just tackle somebody that's half your size.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to ask Dustin if he remembers that too when I tackle him. He probably does.
You should ask him if he remembers anything at all.
No, dude, don't ask him. Just wait until you see him again.
Yo.
Wait until he's in the kitchen. Tackle him again and be like, "Remember last time, bitch."
Just like old times. Oh god, that's funny, man.
Where did this little guy go? I don't know why it popped up on my Facebook thing, but I'm like, is that Kim Jong-un? I was like, is that a freaking chicken head?
Just outside of the view of the camera is somebody pointing an AK-47 at his head.
Okay, it's gone further than I wanted it to even, but it was like, did you see where that was a chicken head?
Oh
That is a-
god.
Oh,
Isn't it?
you're right.
Yeah, that's a chicken head.
That's what-
is
Like,
His
is he gonna
parents were
eat that?
his parents were like, "You can eat, but you have to cook it yourself." And by the way, it's a chicken head.
He's like, no problemo.
You think he picks it up and just sucks out the eyes?
Probably. Is that what you're gonna do with
But I wanted the donuts with the sprinkles. Parents are like, make your own breakfast.
We've given you that for the last 2.5 years. Why do you think you're so fat?
He was a little bit chubby, that little dude.
Little Rocket Man?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, we got 30 chickens coming on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
I know what you can do with their heads.
That's your portion of it.
Great.
You're gonna help us butcher, right?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah, I hear you put down 2 nails on a board, and then you stick their head in between, and then you freaking you pull
Dane,
it so that their neck gets out, and then you toss the body over that way.
If you record their arrival with that music to it, that was in the last video, that would be amazing.
While they're getting delivered. Dude, I've spent 20 some hours building this chicken coop. It's been rough.
Oh, I'm sure there's something that you could probably fix on it next week.
It's not even completely done yet. And
You
I don't
hurry.
have to fix anything. It's not even
Done yet? Okay.
nothing on it's broken.
There you go.
Can you see it?
Not really. Well, kind of. It's the light is a little weird.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's very bright.
That sucks. I want you to look at it. I'll just send you a picture.
Okay.
I ripped apart this huge pallet that had a bunch of 4x4s and 2x6s. And then I just found random wood around the property and bought like wire and nails and shit and put it all together.
Nice.
So for what I was using, it's pretty impressive. It's about 13 by 7 feet.
That's an awesome project.
Yep. It'll be good. It'll be good. There's people out there who want us to eat bugs. I ain't doing it.
Nope.
Hey, don't let me forget on Tuesday I can wear pants.